Hi, folks. Welcome to Crisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Welcome back from Fox News. Fox flight team footage captures more than $100 million in unused border wall materials. Bill Mulligan, I believe his name is, reports from Texas border as migrant surge continues. Now, let me show you some pictures here when we get into the story. More than $100 million worth of border wall materials are going to waste in Texas after the Biden administration terminated all border construction contracts. Fox News reported that there was enough steel for over 100 miles of border wall, but only about 14 miles were built before construction was halted after the Trump administration left office. The Fox flight team captured footage of roughly 10,000 steel panels that have been sitting outside unused since January. These panels were intended to be used to construct the border wall, and there they sit rotting. Look at that. We'll go to the Twitter page. Here's what's on the Twitter page for this, and we'll get a short little blip from the gentleman from Fox. Let's check it out.
What you're looking at is one location where a bunch of the steel that was supposed to go towards the border wall has just been sitting out in the open, baking in the sun and rusting ever since January. I'm told there are about 10,000 of these wall panels just sitting here. This is in Far, Texas. Each panel worth about $5,000. You can do the math, upwards of $50
million. How disgusting is that? $50 million. Each one of these panels represents $10,000. Now, we'll say that the average person, they don't pay this much. We'll just do the math easily. The average person pays, after they file their income tax, $1,000. You have to get all their credits and their child care credit, whatever it is. They pay out of pocket $20 a week, $1,000 to the federal government. That means that each of these panels represents 10 taxpayers. That means hundreds of thousands of people's federal tax money they worked hard for that was taken from them is sitting there rotting. That is the reality of it. Don't let anybody else kid you. Keep in mind, taxpayers already paid for this. Yeah, he's right. It's bought and paid for, and nothing is happening with it. Mulligan and his crew provided images of the border wall that ends abruptly at La Jolla, Texas. He said only half a mile was constructed, leaving the rest of the town's border open and allowing immigrants to cross freely. Basically, it's useless, he said. We watch these migrants just walk around all the time. It's not doing anything. And the border agents out there are having to run around left and right as runners are constantly coming through. Biden's former border security chief, Rodney Scott, said in a special report that the U.S., listen to this now, is paying $5 million each day for border contracts that were on hold, meaning that under President Biden, the U.S. has been paying for construction not being completed. Look at that paragraph. Look at that right there. Unbelievable. My computer's a little slow because my main desktop took a dump and it's in the repair shop. Hopefully they can fix it. I'm using an old laptop with very little power, so I'm doing the best I can. That's why you're only seeing one episode a day. Now, it's incredible to me. So let's use that scenario about the $1,000. 1,000 is $1 million. Okay? So that means that 5,000 hard-working Americans that paid $1,000 in federal taxes after they file, their money is being thrown in the garbage. 5,000 of them every day. Every day. Can you imagine just taking $5 million and throwing it in the garbage every single day? How many schools will that help in inner cities? How many charter schools in private schools will that construct? They want to help people. These people are evil. Caught me on a bad day. Usually I give them somewhat of a break. These people are evil. $5 million a day. I saw a Trump rally, not the one in Iowa, the one before that. He was talking about the border wall, and there was a bunch of these construction heads that own companies. And Trump made the point, we're paying these guys every day for doing nothing. And he looked over, he says, I know, I see them from here. They're all smiling because he knows I'm right. Many of those projects today are still on hold. So we're paying contractors, Scott told Fox News. For a while, it was almost $5 million a day between DOD and DHS to not build the border wall. Scott also said that Border Patrol made it clear to President Biden that ending Trump-era immigration policy will lead to an uncontrollable crisis. Logan spoke with border agents in La Jolla and were overwhelmed with a surge of migrants. Border agents tell us they really need the wall here. They're incredibly frustrated. As we've heard the border chief say so far this year, listen to this, more than 400,000 known migrants got away. And they're the ones that they know about. What about the ones they let in with court dates? We're looking at 1 million people here, folks. Just walked into the country. Just walked in. Unfreaking believable. So you Biden voters out there, sometimes I chastise you and sometimes I say, hey, have you learned your lesson? I'm not sure what I'm going to react today because I'm pretty upset about this. But your voting has consequences. As Barack Obama said when he got in a pissing match with John McCain, rest his soul, John, elections have consequences. And he's right. One of the few things Barack Obama ever said that I agree with. Elections do have consequences. And as an American citizen, are you happy with these consequences? If you're not, take note. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.